There are no words for the many things that make the Muny magical. Some try to describe it with superlatives. After all, it is the largest outdoor theater in the country producing musicals.
The seats seem to go on for miles.
When that audience claps and it's a full house, there's nothing like it. It is the most incredible noise ever.
With the biggest stage you'll find anywhere.
We have had helicopters, we have had camels, we have had horses many times, we have had a balloon for around the world in 80 days, every kind of car you can imagine. If people have ridden on it, you have seen it on the Muny stage.
It has one of the quickest rehearsal schedules of any theater.
Nobody puts together shows from scratch of this size in 10 or 11 days. Nowhere, no how, only at the Muny.
And at 100 seasons and counting, it's one of the nation's oldest theaters still in operation.
It's the tagline, we are the oldest outdoor theater in the country. We're also the second oldest theater in the country. When you take an indoor, 6 generations of St. Louisans have been coming to the Muny.
It's a place that respects tradition, but is unafraid to reinvent musical theater.
The Muny is such a high caliber operation that you don't have any sense that it's less than something. The quality of everything is absolutely on the same par as Broadway in many ways.
It's a launching pad for new stars and a summertime home to generations of families who return every year to work backstage. There are also family traditions for the audience as well. Many buy the same seats year after year, while others prefer to enjoy the Muny's big-hearted gift of more than 1,000 free seats at every performance. The Muny. It's a place like no other, always evolving, yet always authentic. At 100 seasons, it's truly the best of us.
The moment that, Peter throws the fairy dust on the children and has them fly, and we all grab hands and launch off to Neverland, and we rise, and you look up and you're seeing stars, and you're seeing the moon, and you're actually feel like you are flying, in a traditional Broadway house or anywhere else in the world or the country. There's gonna be a roof above you, and to the audience it looks like, there's stars poked into the backdrop, but at the Muny, it's just something so much more honest and transcendent because of its location in the heart of Forest Park.
For cast and crew, meeting the deadline is daunting, but many say the experience makes them better at their craft.
The Muny for me gave me a work ethic, and in a way kind of spoiled me for down the road, in the sense that you only get 10 days to put on an absolutely incredible Broadway show, and they do that.
What it does is it forces you to really think fast, think on your feet. It's live, so if you make a mistake, too bad, you keep on going. And those are elements that I've translated into so many different parts of my life.
Up until 2014, all Muny shows closed on Sunday, with another show opening on Monday. After Saturday night's performances, the cast of the next show had its technical rehearsal at midnight.
I mean, you pull this all-nighter, you start at midnight when the Saturday night show ends, you get on that stage, and then you wake up, you go back to bed at 5 a.m., and then you have to turn around and get back at 1 a.m. in the afternoon to do the orchestra rehearsal. It's crazy.
Actually, the Monday opening night performance, that's the only and the first time that the cast will have rehearsed with lights, costumes, orchestra, sound, and the stage ever all together in one moment. Because the midnight rehearsal, the orchestra isn't there. The Monday rehearsal during the day, before the show opens, you have the orchestra but no costumes because it's too hot. So that night is the first night where it all just comes together on the Muny stage. It really is Muny magic. It's not a joke. It's a real thing.
It may rain. You may swallow a bug. You may be upstaged by a raccoon family.
If one thing is as certain as sunrise and sunset, it's that a St. Louis summer will be hot and humid. And at the Muny, there's no escaping it. Fans, quiet enough to run during the performance, keep the audience a little cooler. But that doesn't help the actors, costumed in heavy coats and long dresses.
Let me tell you, when I was Zanita in Music Man, that was all those petticoats and the dancing, because that's an intense show. It can be very hot.
The Probst family also has the Muny in their blood. Julie Piekarski Probst was in 5 Muny productions, and all 3 of her children appeared on the Muny stage.
They were blessed enough to have roles as I was, but you came off going, was it a good show? We want the whole show to be good. It's not, was I good?
And her youngest son, Christian, is pursuing an acting career.
The Muny has intersected my life in many, many ways. When I was in MAME at the Muny, I think I was 11 or 12, and I played young Patrick. I was, like the third to last person to bow. I was like the last boy to bow, which was pretty cool. And hearing the audience, not just clap, but cheer for me, which meant that I, not only they enjoyed it, but I did a good job. I remember at that point knowing that it wasn't just a game and it wasn't just a summer camp or summer hobby. It was a thing that I not only wanted, but needed to do the rest of my life.
The Hawk family also has a long tradition of performing at the Muny.
As I'm playing the Lullaby Munchkin League, little girl with the ballet, and the Hudson brothers were the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, and the Lion. And then you have Margaret Hamilton. I mean, we were all in awe. And you know what? But she was awesome. She was wonderful. She was almost like a little grandma for all of us.
And it all happens right here. To borrow a line from Meet Me in St. Louis, right here where we live. Right here in St. Louis.
To a degree, it's for me, holding up a mirror to St. Louis of, you probably don't know how great you are, but look at this. This is the only theater in the world, and it's not hyperbole, the world that can do this. And that's thrilling. That's wow. And it's ours, it's St. Louis's, it's a part of our life. It absolutely represents the best of us.